You step through a gate just as the sun begins to rise. The air is cool, but the city is already alive. This entrance is known as the Fish Gate, and within seconds you understand why. The smell hits first. Salt, smoke, fresh catch from distant waters. Baskets overflow with fish stacked high, some hanging from wooden frames, others packed tightly with salt for preservation. Merchants shout over one another, buyers push forward, deals are already being made. It's early morning, and Jerusalem has been awake for hours. You move with the crowd. Farmers from the north carry woven baskets on their backs. Traders guide stubborn donkeys loaded with oil, dried figs, and wine. Families walk beside you, dusty from journeys that took days just to arrive here. Everyone is heading in the same direction. Because this is no ordinary week. This is Passover, and Jerusalem is overflowing. Normally, this city holds tens of thousands of people, but not now. Now it holds many times that. Pilgrims have poured in from every direction. Every street is crowded. Every room is taken. Every open space is filled with movement, noise, and urgency. The city wasn't built for this, but every year it endures it. You turn slightly, and a narrow path climbs uphill toward wealth and power, where priests and elites live in stone homes with inner courtyards and polished floors. But that's not where you are. You are in the working city, the real city, the place where people must sell, trade, and survive before the day ends. And ahead of you, you hear it before you see it. The market. A wall of sound. Voices shouting, animals bleating, coins clinking, arguments rising and falling like waves. It's chaotic, alive, normal. And that's the strange part, because somewhere in this same city, something is about to happen that will change history forever. But no one here knows. You walk deeper into Jerusalem. The road beneath your feet is stone, solid, carefully laid, worn smooth by countless footsteps. This is not a primitive town. The buildings around you are made of cut limestone, rising several levels high. Some are crafted so precisely that the seams between stones are barely visible. This city is wealthy. Not everywhere, not for everyone, but it is impressive. Much of it exists because of a man who died decades ago, King Herod. His legacy is everywhere. He reshaped this city, expanded it, rebuilt its temple, constructed massive structures that still stand as proof of ambition beyond imagination. And soon you will see the greatest of them all. You continue uphill. The streets grow tighter, the incline steepens. Then suddenly, the space opens, and you stop. In front of you stands a wall. Not just any wall, a massive, towering structure built from stones so large they almost don't seem real. Some of these blocks weigh hundreds of tons. Imagine that. Hundreds of tons, carved, moved, and placed with such precision that even now a blade cannot slide between them. This is the foundation of something greater. Above it lies a vast platform, the Temple Mount, a space so enormous it dominates everything around it. You move toward the entrance, through stone gates, into passageways carved and decorated with care, not just for function, but for beauty. These are not simple access routes. They are meant to impress, to prepare you, to remind you you are entering something sacred. And then you emerge. The scale is overwhelming. Open space stretches in every direction. Columns rise high into the air.
Covered walkways provide shade where teachers speak, merchants sell, and money changers sit behind tables stacked with coins. Thousands of people are here, talking, praying, trading, living. It's loud, busy, full of life, exactly as it should be during Passover. Men exchange currency for temple offerings. Animals are inspected and purchased for sacrifice. Every transaction, every movement, every voice adds to the rhythm of the place.
And yet, just days ago, the same area was the center of chaos. Tables overturned, coins scattered, voices raised in anger. A man from Nazareth had disrupted everything, and the authorities took notice. Today, though, everything appears normal again. But beneath that normality, tension is building. You turn away from the temple and walk toward a looming structure at its edge, a fortress, cold, watchful, unmistakable. From its walls, soldiers can look directly down into the temple courts. This is not accidental. It's control, a silent message. We are watching. The Roman presence here is not overwhelming, but it is enough. Hundreds of soldiers stand ready. More have arrived for the festival, because large crowds mean one thing: risk. And the man in charge, the Roman governor, has come to the city personally, not to celebrate, but to prevent trouble. He has a reputation: harsh, calculating, not afraid of violence. And this morning, he made a decision. Somewhere in this city, away from the noise of the markets and the prayers of the temple, a trial took place. It ended quickly. The verdict was given. A man was condemned. But here's the unsettling truth. Most people around you have no idea. They are still bargaining over prices, still preparing for meals, still focused on their own lives. Because news doesn't travel instantly here. It moves slowly, from voice to voice. And right now, something is moving through the streets. Not fast, not dramatically, just slowly. A man, carrying wood across his shoulders, walking, surrounded by soldiers. Some notice, most don't. Because in a city like this, executions are not rare. They are warnings. Public, visible, deliberate. You follow at a distance, through narrow streets, past homes and shops and people who barely pause to look, until the city walls come into view. Beyond them, a rocky rise, not a mountain, not a grand hill, just a place outside the city, close enough that anyone passing by can see. That's the point. Because this isn't just punishment, it's a message. The man is taken there. The process is brutal, slow, designed not just to end life, but to display power. Hours pass, the sun climbs higher. Then something strange happens. The light changes. The sky darkens, not completely, but enough that people notice. Enough that something feels wrong. Time moves forward, and eventually it ends. By mid-afternoon, the man is dead. And still, the city continues. That's what makes this moment so difficult to grasp, because nothing stops. The temple continues its rituals. The lambs are sacrificed.
Families prepare for the evening meal. The smell of roasting meat fills the air. Children ask questions. Conversations continue. Life goes on, just as it always does. A small group breaks away from the flow. They move against the current, toward where it happened, toward the body. They ask for it, take it down, and place it in a nearby tomb before the sun sets, because once night falls, everything must stop. Passover begins, and the city shifts into something quieter, more intimate. Families gather, meals are shared, stories are told. All across Jerusalem, people celebrate, unaware, or perhaps choosing not to know. You walk back through the streets, the same ones you entered this morning. They look unchanged, the same stones, the same walls, the same sounds. But something has happened, something that in time will echo far beyond this city. Yet right now, Jerusalem remains what it has always been: busy, crowded, ordinary. And that is the most powerful part of this story, because history did not pause for this moment. The world did not fall silent. The city did not stop. Everything continued at full volume. And maybe that's what makes it matter even more, that something so significant happened in the middle of everything else, not apart from it, not above it, but within it, inside a living, breathing city where most people never even realized what they were standing next to. And long after this day, long after these streets changed, long after the city itself was destroyed and rebuilt, the memory of what happened here did not disappear. Because while Jerusalem kept moving, a few people stopped. They noticed. They stayed. And sometimes it's not the crowd that defines history. It's the few who stand still when everything else keeps going.